Hey everyone, welcome back to another World of Warships Blitz video. So after that last video I done talking about tournaments and time commitments and just the general basics of tournaments in general, I figured this one I'm going to specifically focus on the Siege of Seas tournament. NA is on Tuesday nights, EU's normally on Thursday. I'm going to put a link to this Discord channel in the description of the video for you guys. If you're new to it and you're going to sign up a team, you're going to obviously come into the welcome page. You're just going to post up who you are, what server you need, and if you need a captain's role. Very basic stuff. Once that happens, if you're going to NA, then you're going to get the NA stuff come up. NA League. So, we're just going off of NA right now. You'll have league discussion. You'll be able to see all this stuff. League sign up. So, since we're in league sign up right now, I believe, let's see, this is going to be August 2nd when we see this video. I believe, yeah, sign-ups close on August 4th at midnight. So if you're interested in it, you guys got a few days still to get a team together for August. If you guys want to just hold off until September, I'm gonna try to fit the time in to stream one of the round robin weeks, so you guys can see how it works through one team's eyes. So August for NA, it's 4v4. Obviously, it's tier 7. You can see tier 7 battleships, cruisers, destroyers, max of 2, max of 3, max of 1. So you got any combination of what's allowed there. So you can have 2 battleships, a cruiser, destroyer, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, a destroyer, 3 cruisers. You get the gist of it. Now NA has a thing where people can donate money for an end of the year tournament to ban some ships. And unfortunately, you don't find that out until Monday. So, just to let you know. So, what you're going to do, though, you see here, we're just looking at Abyss's sign up for Sopranos here. You see on how he's got his name, he added himself, and he has his gamer ID, or his in-game ID number to him. That's so you guys can friend each other, and because you guys are going to be doing all the invites. If you're the home team, you're inviting another team, so you need to have some of these players on your friends list so you can invite them, make it easier, make things run smooth. But you're just going to enter your team number. You're going to enter in, hopefully you got like 5 guys, so you have backups and substitutions if necessary, just in case someone can't show up. Then what's going to happen is, now obviously they don't have anything for August yet, but what you're going to see here is you're going to have the league bracket. So when we get ready to go into the August games, they're going to put a league bracket up so you can see who you're playing. So we're looking at regulators here. They're hosting round 1, visiting team round 2, round 3, round 4, and they host round 5. If you are the inviting team, you're going to get the other team on. They're going to ready up. As soon as you see that they have the proper amount of ships in within all the limits, you can make a quick counter pick, but then you're going to ready up, start the match. Okay. When you're done with the match, you're going to go over to the results page. If you win the game, and just like here, a Strata Striker for round 3, the second place team, they won the game. They sunk 4 ships. U-boats lost. They sunk 0. You see up above, Roguefish won. They sunk 3 ships. Sea Cows lost. They sank 2 ships. The reason they do this is we'll go up into, let me find it real quick. How'd I lose it? Standings. All right, so we're going to look at July's week 3 standings. You see how we got wins, losses, and SS. That's ships sunk. So that's how they... So if there's a tie, so look at here, you got second place in Lost Legends, second and third. They won the same amount of games for the month, lost the same amount. Ship sunk is the tiebreaker. So that's basically how they're placing you guys. So it's wins, losses, and ship sunk. So what you're going to find, though, is August gets ready to start. Now, they haven't posted August's stuff yet, but obviously you can see here for July. They got the setting again of what tier it was going to be, how many ships you guys can play, what the rules were on the comp, and they're going to show you the map. So you saw, so for July here, week 1, you played all night on Southern Archipelago. Week 2, you played all night on Frozen Shelter. Week 3, you played on Atlantic Domination all night. Very simple stuff. Like I said, if you're the home team, you're going to invite. They're going to ready up. Just make sure you got the right map up, and you're good to go. Now let me pop over to EU real quick. EU announcements. No 4v4 for July or August. So it looks like September is when they start EU back up, just so you guys know. Now I'm going to pop a gameplay up. I'm going to talk about some other stuff if you're new to this and, kind of how to train, how to prepare yourself for it. So give me 1 second and I'll get that going. Okay, so we'll just start with the fact, we'll just say you're a newer team, you're getting into SOS tournament, you've never played 4v4s before. The best way to prepare yourself for it is see if there's another new team that would do like a little scrimmage against you. Doesn't necessarily have to be on the maps that are going to be played for the month. You can pick a neutral map and just kind of get a little practice in against another team. More established teams, I can tell you now, don't really care to practice that much because, when we used to have team practices, it felt like we were giving away too much information about what we were going to do for the month. If you have trouble finding another team to do skirmish against, just go in with your own team. And go into training rooms, pick the maps for the month, get an idea of where you want your ships to go, how you guys want to approach the map. Now you guys can work out this elaborate strategy that's going to take you from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, but I tell you right now, that's kind of a waste of time because the enemy team's probably not going to do what you're expecting them to do. So have a starting strategy, have a strong shot caller. Now, I'm not saying you got one guy talking all night because you guys are going to have to communicate with each other about who you're able to shoot at, where your health is at, how many heals do you have left. Did one of the enemy ships, did they just have to burn a damage control so you guys can try to light it on permafire? You guys are gonna have to talk to each other, but you want kind of one strong voice to kind of make some calls, keep the channel open so the rest of the team can kind of communicate with each other about, hey, this Yamato over there, we had him on double fire, he just damage controlled. So, in 10, 15 seconds, start trying to light him up again, get him on permafire. So, like I said, clear communication is an important thing that you guys need to work on. But don't be afraid to take your team into a training room and play a little 2v2 against each other. Another thing that's going to help you out, so take one of your battleship players and put them against one of your cruiser players. And not as a 1v1 to see who can beat who, but as take your cruiser player and put him out at, say 8 kilometers, nose in. Have your battleship learn how to put shots on him as he's moving back and forth. Give him different angles, different scenarios, trying to put shots. You can only get better at the game by doing that. Same thing with your destroyer and cruiser players. Have your cruisers get used to shooting at hard to hit, dodging destroyers. You're going to be, trust me, it'll help you guys out in the long run to be able to do that. So, like I said, don't be afraid to take time out during the week and jump into a training room with just your team just to work on different scenarios, ideas about how to approach maps, and, throw out some what ifs. What if the team comes this way with a hard push with 3 ships? What do we do? What if they stall this side while they're trying to push the other side? You guys got to think about all that. the big thing is think about it ahead of time. That way it doesn't get frustrating in tournament matches. And the other thing, guys, don't get frustrated when teams, more established teams that understand the maps and the control, how to control zones and everything with 4 ships, they're going to do better than you to start. So don't get frustrated with it. You know, record the matches from your perspective. You know, looking at my gameplay here, I'm rewatching this and I can see mistakes maybe I made, but don't be afraid to record matches and look at them again and see how the enemy team moved, how they approached each map, because it'll help you learn. It'll help you learn a lot. So just pay attention to what they're doing. You know, I'm going to try to get some streams in for round robin week so you guys have an idea of what to expect. Especially for like maybe some of you new European players that, you know, they're not going to have any games until September. So I'm going to try to get that done for you guys. Like I said, new teams, find somebody to be a shot caller. When things don't go your way, don't get frustrated at your teammates. You guys got to approach things like just calmly. Yelling at each other is not going to help anything. So, like I said, you guys want to have start off with a strong shot caller. Keep your comms open so you guys can communicate with each other about damage controls, about who's pushing where. If you're the battleships and the cruiser, you know where your health is at. How many repair kits do you have left? You know, it's a big thing where you can sit there and tell them like, hey, I just popped my first repair kit. I just used my second one. I just used my last one. So when your teammate, something's going on, your teammate can sit there and say, well, I can't ask him to push because he's low on health. That's all stuff you guys need to understand during the flow of a game. I think I've probably rambled on long enough. Like I said, shot calling, get into training rooms, play against each other, practice against each other. You know, learn how to hit those difficult shots by do it in training rooms. A nice controlled environment is going to go a long way over random games. And everything I'm talking about here, once you get some of this stuff down, is going to make you a better player. So like I said, I think I've rambled on enough about Siege of Seas. I'll get more stuff done as time allows me. So with that, I'm just going to let the gameplay roll out the rest of the way, and I will see you next time.